If your goal is to collect every single piece of rare equipment the game has to offer, one of the things that you must focus on is to discover and unlock all 6 Muznakans within the mountains of Moria. This task can vary in difficulty depending on your world seed, so I decided to make a quick and easy to follow guide to showcase the possible locations as well as all of the rewards, with the hopes that it might provide some use to people that seek to complete their collections. The first Muznakan shouldn't be a problem for anyone to find, as it is located right outside your initial camp in the next hallway across the road. In order to open it, you will have to find 5 carvings that are randomly scattered throughout the west gate. Your best bet is looking inside the nearby abandoned houses and by the houses right before you reach the Elven Quarter, as it holds a lot of common spawn points. Another place that usually has at least 1 or 2 carvings is the block shortcut to Durin's crossroads. You might find 1 or 2 carvings lying around in the hallways, but since they rarely spawn there, I would stick with searching for them at the previously mentioned locations, as they usually contain enough carvings. Once you have collected and opened the Muznakan, you'll be rewarded with the rare Trapper Hat and the Heirloom Shield. You'll find a second Muznakan somewhere in the Elven Quarter, since unlike the Ori one, this one does not have a static spawn. In the couple of worlds that I've explored, it would tend to primarily spawn in front of houses, but there is a chance that it could end up in some less obvious locations, like behind trees or in between boulders for example. Similar to Ori, the carvings tend to lay around the nearby houses, and as you can see, they can be quite easy to find at times, which usually make this one of the easier Muznakans to complete. Once the shrine has been opened, you'll be rewarded with the Longbottom helmet and the Last Alliance shield. We head over to the lower deeps and the undeniably most annoying Muznakan in Garin. Locating the shrine in this area can be incredibly frustrating, as it can spawn almost anywhere in the lower deeps. On top of that, some spawns are very hard to locate, so make sure you are really thorough when you explore the rooms. Don't be afraid to do some climbing just to make sure you do not miss it. As for the carvings, you can find all of them inside the grand room with the large abandoned ruin. If you are not sure what room I am referring to, it will usually be located in this area and will always be 2 by 2 in size. Once again, you have to be very thorough when looking for these carvings, as some of them have a tendency to blend in with the surrounding environment. If you manage to find a shrine and open it, you will be rewarded with the Belegost helmet and shield. After most likely having to spend far too much time with the Garin Muznakan, the game decides to make things a lot easier. The shrine will always be located right behind Durin's tomb, with the carvings being scattered around the other graves. The reward for completing this challenging task? Durin's guard shield. Our next shrine is found in the first section of Dwaradelf, and just like Durin's shrine, it'll always be located to the right side of this room, not too far away from the entrance. To further showcase what room I am referring to, it is the section shaped like a lying down L, with the entrance in question being right around here. Just like most of our previous carvings, the nearby houses are always going to be your best bet, but should you not find enough of them, you might have to explore the cave systems available to you and pick up the remaining pieces. Make sure you stay within the first section of Dwaradelf, as if you delve on further ahead and into Durin's seat, you'll start finding carvings that belong to a different shrine. This shrine will reward you with the Last Alliance helmet and the Balins company shield. We've made it to the very last Muznakan, and while it isn't quite as annoying as the one in lower deeps, it can be a pain to locate in certain worlds if you are unlucky. For the most part, it seems to spawn somewhere within the cave network that you venture inside after defeating the Troll King, but it is possible for it to spawn inside the ruined city as well. And yes, you guessed it, you'll most likely find carvings laying around in the houses throughout the city. However, seeing as you need a total of 12 in order to open the last shrine, you are most likely going to have to look in less obvious places, such as corridors and hallways inside the cave network. The blocked shortcut to the crossroads within this section usually holds a couple of carvings as well, but it is not always guaranteed. If you manage to collect enough carvings, then congrats, you've unlocked the Dimrill helmet and the shield. And that's it. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for upcoming videos.